back, everybody. On deck today for reviews, you probably guessed from that intro, is the Magpul SGA stock and foregrip for the Mossberg 500 and 590 shotguns. Basically what we're going to do here is do some shooting like we've already been doing in the intro. Step inside, talk about some of the pros and cons of these, both the stock and the grip, what they cost, and basically what I think of them overall. So, well, I guess we'll go ahead and check out the foregrip next, and then step inside. Those of you guys that have watched my channel over the years know sort of my philosophy of use in terms of lights on long guns. I believe any sort of defensive long gun should have a light on it. Here we have the Enforce Halo Strategic WML on there. And one of the big advantages of this Forend is just the ease that you can mount accessories on there, such as lights. If you wanted to mount a vertical grip, an angled grip, tape switches, all that stuff. Very easy with the Magpul slots there, but when you come up on target with this setup right here, you very easily with your offhand can activate that light and illuminate any sort of threat that might be out there, or search, depending on the situation. So definitely one of the big pros for the Forend here.
Continuing on with the Forend, you'll notice these raised bars along the way that give you a good gripping surface on it. Also, they have a built-in hand stop in the front and the rear, so that way when you're running the action, you can run it with a little bit more authority on there. There are the 3 slots on each side, as well as on the bottom for attaching any sort of Magpul accessories that you want to on there, using their MOE rail. Now, in terms of fitment, you may run into some issues there. On any of the 590s, it should fit just fine. So that's why they advertise it as a 590 or 590A1 Forend. But with the Mossberg 500s, there have been just so many different configurations of those throughout the years. You kind of have to look at what you have and see if it'll fit. So for instance, with the action tubes, there's been short, medium, and long. So if you have a medium, you should be good to go there. It should fit your 500 just fine. If you have one of the ones with a tri-rail on there and it's molded into your action bars, if the handguard is molded into the action bars, you need to get a new set of action bars so that way it'll fit. Because you obviously can't remove the old one to put the new one on, as you guys saw in my installation video. Also, another kind of quirky thing about it there is if you have a heat guard on your gun, you may have some fitment issues and may need to adjust it there. So there's just so many models out there. Those are the variances, at least the ones that I know of in terms of installation, but the majority of them will fit, as well as all the 590s and 590A1s. Moving on with the stock, you'll notice it does fit nicely here on the receiver, so it looks like it's almost a factory part there. Good grip texture here with the pistol grip portion. You can grab on there, you get a good positive hold. There are the lines there as well across to get a good hold on there. And your thumb is naturally in a position to work with safety with the angle there. It's one thing I really like about it. Very good with the ergonomics on that front. Moving on to the rear of it, here you see the sling attachment point. You can also put a QD attachment point on either side, but those are sold separately. They do not come with it. The comb here of the stock, there are different versions of it. So this is the factory one here, you'll see. And with my ghost ring sights, I don't notice it being an issue. I don't notice the cheek weld issue. As you guys saw, they're shooting it, had a decent cheek weld. But if you're going to run optics on there, they do make different risers for it. The high and low risers that you can get your cheek up a little bit higher. And the length of pull is also adjustable. So when you order it, it comes with these spacers. Now there's a bunch of them in there. I believe 4 different spacers that are in there. And it'll give you a length of pull, at least according to my measurements, between 12.5 and 14.5 inches. I prefer a shorter length of pull, even though I'm 6 feet tall, but I know a lot of you guys do like a longer length of pull, so they do give you that modularity in there to set it up how you want. I like pretty much everything about the stock and the Forend, with one exception. With the stock mounted up here, when you go to clean your gun and break it down, you can't remove the trigger. Now, I've read on the forums that some guys just loosen their screw 1 or 2 turns, which I've tried and it does work, or they're actually just putting a little bit more relief in there. That's really what I'm going to do after this, but I just wanted to show you guys how it looks as it comes from the factory. I mean, we're talking probably a millimeter, maybe. So I'm going to touch it up with my Dremel after this video, and I'm sure it'll work just fine. But it is an issue, at least on my gun. It's not on all guns, but at least on my gun, in terms of the fit issue there and getting the trigger out of there. The MSRP on the Forend is $29, and on the stock it's $109. Obviously, if you look around, you can probably find them for a little bit cheaper than that. Right now they're available in flat dark earth, the black that we have here, as well as orange. As always, those Magpul, many colors may be coming out after that, but all in all, I really like them. Aside from that one glitch in terms of fitment with my gun, they are awesome. I like the stock. The hand position is great. It gives you a good grip on there, easy access to the safety. Stock's comfortable when you put it up on your shoulder. Different heights
for different optics platforms that you may be running, and the stock's excellent as well. All in all, I really like them. If you guys have any questions about this review or anything else I talk about here on the channel, you can feel free to post below in the comments section. You can also post over at my Facebook page, but as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.